What is up and welcome back everyone. Today is another day of autocross prep because tomorrow we get to go take the STi out on an airstrip. So today is a little more directed because today we have all these papers here. So this is the map, this is the tech form, this is all the stuff we got to go through and make sure that the car is ready to go. Also, if you look over here, got the helmet, got to make sure the helmet fits in the car. I'm 90% sure it does because I'm not that tall, so there's lots of room. But first but not, we got to clean the car. So we're gonna actually wash it with the 2-bucket method. Let's gonna put in the STi grill because we'll probably have that in for the autocross, and then we will go ahead and start going through the tech sheet. If you guys are newer to the channel, you might remember that we took this grill off a long time ago. Well, we're gonna put it back on the STi. The only issue is I'm missing all the clips up top, so I think we're gonna do some zip tie tech. And there we go, so we finally got the grill on. I ended up using 2 zip ties here and here because I couldn't find a single one of my clips. Actually, it's on solid. I tried to do a couple creative ways, it didn't really work. But it's on there, it's not gonna fall off during autocross, so that's all good. I also put some more clips, there's split places here and here, and also 2 more right here, so that when we're going around the track, we're not gonna have any issues with our bumper at all. I also, if you guys know, I have zip ties behind here holding this on, and then I went ahead and added some zip ties down here. So this is kind of solid. Honestly, this bumper is a mess, but this will work. It's not gonna fall off at least. And then added some more clips down here. So now that we got all the plastic done, we're gonna go ahead and take the pressure washer, my foam cannon, and give it a good clean before we do the test fit with the helmet and go through the tech list. So the STi is now all washed up and ready to go. So I think the next thing, definitely a review there, is we're going to be trying the helmet and then we're gonna be going through this tech list. So I gotta sign it obviously, but I also got to go through here and check, sign everything off and sign here. And then we get to pack the car and we're good. And the first part of the tech is the helmet. So the helmet in question is this guy in this bag. So I'm gonna open it up and I'll show you guys what I got. So this is what we would refer to as an entry-level racing helmet. Racing helmets can get real expensive with carbon and all those fancy features, but this is pretty much like a good quality entry helmet. There goes my book. It is a Bell K1 Pro, so it's got all the ventilation holes. It has the ability to upgrade. We can put forced air if we're making a race car that needs some forced air on the driver. And it's got some vents up here. It's pretty much the one with the most ventilation that's like entry level. It's quite light, lighter than a lot of my other helmets, but it's not carbon, it's composite, and of course matte black because that's how we do things here. Anyways, it is small because that's the size I run in, and it fits perfectly. So if we look, we can twist it and we don't get any, like, the skin moves. That's what you're supposed to do. Low brow right here, and then do it up and you're good to go. So what we got to do is we got to go now sit in the STI and make sure the top of the helmet doesn't hit the roof. If it does, we can go ahead and lower the seats because they are the stock seats. Well, I'm in the car and look at that. There is plenty of clearance. I got like 2 hands on this side and about a hand here, which a lot of people do have to lower their seats and get racing seats. Well, also lower center of gravity, but they do to run helmets. I don't, so we're good to go. Yeah, I gotta peel this. Now we're good to go. With the helmet checked off or signed by me, the next thing would be safety harnesses. If you have safety harnesses, we don't have them. We have OEM seat belts. Those are good. I know that, so I signed there. And then same with the seats themselves, make sure they're good. And then the next one's battery. But before we go ahead and do that, actually, I want to go ahead and put my number on. You're supposed to put it on the side, the front door. It only has to be 8 inches tall, which is plenty. But I'm going to put it on my window because I think my tape will have a hard time sticking on my wax doors. So I'm going to go ahead and put my number on the windows. We're going to try to do that with, I thought I had white tape, I have green tape, so we're going to try it with this and see how well it works. My number is 722. The 7 just means that I'm a novice, or one of the first times running. So that when I go by marshals or whatever, they know exactly that I am the first time. So let's go ahead and do that before we pull the car in the garage. We check off the rest of the tech and we load up our trunk with the stuff that is recommended. And there we go. So we have the numbers on now. So as I said, 722 is my number. It's all right. Taping actually is pretty hard, so it's identical. I made sure it's identical on both sides. So if we take a look at this side here, it's 722 again. They're not perfect, as I said, but they just have to be 8 inches tall so that the marshal can see as you drive by on contrasting colors. So green on black works pretty well. So we're now going to pull the car in there. Oh, no. In there, just because it's getting a little chilly out. There's a couple other things I want to do. I noticed some of these tire stickers are actually getting a little worn, so what we're going to do is we're also going to just glue those. But other than that, there's not too much to do. Just go through the tech and then we're good to go. Oh, and load the car with all our stuff. I hope so, because it is 9:25 now. So now it's time to go through the rest of tech. So, battery, brake lights, friction material, calipers, lines, fluid, static brake test, ball joints, idler arms, all that fun stuff, bearings, springs, wheels, studs, tires, fuel lines, fuel filter, exhaust, flanges, exhaust pipe, and sound level. And with that, we're all done tech. So as you saw, we went through and checked everything off, and I checked everything on tech. So essentially, this sheet is done now, and it's on to things we need and the things we should bring. So really, there's not too much, so we're almost done. I did end up just crazy gluing some of the tire letters so they would stick a little bit better. And it turns out I got crazy glue on my hand, so I gotta get that off later. You know that stuff is so annoying. Anyways, so some of the stuff we need is pretty basic. So like, bring a hat, bring a chair, bring some water, and so forth. But some of the more important stuff is this guy here. So, toolbox. Bring some tools just in case. So I'm gonna bring the toolbox, of course, helmet, tire pressure gauge, good idea, chalk, marking the sidewalls. We got chalk, so I might as well bring it, because that's a cool idea. Bicycle pump, or I have a portable air pump, portable water sprayer. We don't have that. We don't really need that. I do need to fill my tank in the very back of the car. So if we go the back, I need to fill the intercooler spray, so I'll do that, and then we'll start loading up the trunk. And just like that, we have all our stuff. So some of the critical stuff, torque wrench, tools, toolbox with like pliers and stuff, tape. I have a portable pump, as I said, right here. Fluids, lots of extra fluids, so coolant, oil. I'm just gonna grab some brake fluid even though I'm full. And then also tire checker, zip ties, black tape, all that fun stuff. Also some sanitizing hand wipes and some window cleaner, because that might be nice to have clean. Something to sit on, and then of course bring some food, drinks, and water, and all that fun stuff. But I think we have everything checked off that we need to check off. Now it's just a matter of putting this and that.